True. So you said white matter is a signal carrier. Gray matter is a place where signal gets.
Correct.
Right. So if somebody drinks alcohol, does that affect gray matter?
It actually affects the whole signal transmission and also affects gray matter and affects white matter.
So what happens? Let's say this is brain. Okay.
Correct.
And in that you put a drop of alcohol.
Yeah. So let's say there's chronic alcohol consumption. One of the things that alcohol does is it inhibits neurons. So people think of it as, oh, I'm having the high from alcohol, but actually alcohol is a CNS depressant. It reduces the firing of neurons, which is why over time, one of the things that you do is you notice that people find it hard to walk a straight line. They find it hard to have a clear speech. That articulation of clear speech goes, right? Then once it gets worse, you start seeing motor abnormalities. You're not able to balance yourself. That's because the neurons are actually shutting off. And because one by one they start shutting off in different parts of the brain, most times people fall asleep before they have reached a really severe state.
Yeah.
But it is chronic exposure to alcohol is damaging to the nervous system. There's no question about it. I mean, the science on this is very, very clear,
True.
right? That you do kill neurons when you expose them to alcohol.
So now, if this is a brain, okay, on this, when the alcohol goes, what happens? Does it change something? Does the white thing get something or nothing changes?
So the alcohol would enter the nervous system through your bloodstream, right? Normally, you're not going to have direct alcohol exposure. It's going to go through the bloodstream and then get to the brain. Once it gets to the brain, it goes to all over the nervous system. Your blood supply goes everywhere in the brain. So there's not a part of your brain that is not going to see alcohol. A lot of how much alcohol will get then depends on how well your liver metabolizes the alcohol. So there are people who get drunk very quickly, and there are people who will have a larger amount of alcohol and not see the effects. It depends on the enzymes in their liver and how much alcohol you clear in your liver before it enters your bloodstream in full content, right?
Okay.
So individuals will have different levels of alcohol that their brain sees as a consequence. For example, the Japanese do very badly at metabolizing alcohol. So they tend to have a higher blood alcohol level when they have the same amount of alcohol exposure. So when you have that kind of alcohol exposure, once a neuron sees alcohol, the GABA, there's a neurotransmitter channel, the GABA channel that gets affected, and that actually starts showing increased signal. Neurons start reducing their firing. So let's say I had a signal that I needed to convey from here to my hand. This hand wants to touch this, right? So I have a neuron that's carrying the signal to my spinal cord, and now I want to move this. I want to do the same action, but there is alcohol in the nervous system. I will struggle. First of all, I might get somewhere there, but I may not be able to precisely touch
it.
And then over time, my ability to